Hello everyone and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today I wanted to give you an announcement with today's patch. We have an event going on that I think is pretty important. It's not a new one, but for all of you who are beginners or in the middle tier of anything, event is actually pretty important. You could buy them, but it's probably better to grind it. It's like you're getting silver and everything along the way. So anyway, upgrade your accessories. It's basically the cup event that's back again. You grind for all of these, and what we're going to be talking about is how to get it and the ones that I would pick in game. So whether you're starting out, this is your first one or not, let's talk about it. So the way you get them is the same thing it's always been: grinding, gathering. Well, I think it's mostly just grinding, but yeah. You get these, and you basically upgrade your accessories. And then once you're into Karazad, you take those and then upgrade them even further, right? That makes sense. So this is what you get. You get these purple jewels, and then you exchange them for these cups. These go into your Debarekas or whatever other accessories. And then once you get to Karazad, you extract them, and you make the tier 2 version, the final stage one. And these are what the ones you use for Karazad. You use the Essence of Dawn, which luckily nowadays you can actually get these Essence of Dawns without having to extract. Therefore, Forest Furies aren't as bad, but I mean, you know, it's better to just buy them instead of trying to get Forest Furies these days. All right, so Monster Zones dropping the events. Let's talk about all the grind spots I think are worth it. In the Balanos, if you're going to grind in these areas, I would recommend Underwater Sakraya. It's more silver, and, you know, it's probably more dense. Like, the monsters in the area are probably better. If you're a seasonal player, Prodigy's Cave is not too bad. The only reason you should be grinding upper is if you're going for the rich merchant ring piece, and it's going to feel not great at all. So for most people, if you're just going for the event pieces, it's probably lower Sakraya. Serendia, Elvia Oryx is probably the best place to go, and then Bloody Monastery being the second one. You get the other cut pieces, so like these things, the shards of whatever night, by all these Serendia spots. So if you're trying to get double value, just go for the one you want. But ideally, if you're just going for silver, probably Orcamp is number 1, Bloody Monastery is number 2, and then everything else. Calpheon. Let's look at this one. Quint Hill, probably number 1. Giant Post, number 2. Cyclops is not too bad. Hex Sanctuary and Paddix also not too bad. Especially Paddix is bad, but if you're going for the Merchant Ring, it's not that bad. Everything else, not so great. Medaya, Kratuga is probably the only one worth doing in this area. Valencia, none of these are worth it in the base ones, but the Dekia spots are pretty solid. So aside from Centaurs for beginner players, which even then it's kind of went down in value these days, but if you're going to grind in Valencia, I'd probably try out the Dekia versions if you have enough gear for that one. And then Kama Sylvia, probably recommend Underground Gyfin or either Ash Forest, well actually probably base Ash Forest or Dekia 2, and then Polly's Forest. Everything else, not so great. Dregan, Blood Wolf Settlement, and Shuriken Day are the two best ones of the region spots. Odalita, if you could do Dekia Thornwood, that's a very solid one. Crypt of Resting Thoughts, not that bad. All the Olins are pretty good, though I will say if you're grinding Olins, it's either probably going to be Olins regular or Dekia 2. That's the ones that most people are doing. And Tankuda, the Dekia, which is Turos these days. And would I grind Elvia or Zekia for the pieces? You know what's weird about this? This is the hardest spot in the game. The newest one, you're probably most people are not geared enough for this one, myself included. I can do this spot, but I It's very difficult. You have to be really endgame to the point where if you're grinding the spot, you don't need this like the event pieces at all. These are just like bonus money. So with that said, if you're grinding here, this is really for money. If you need the pieces itself, I'd probably just try Decky at Thornwood, probably easy one, Crypt of Resting Thoughts, or like all of these are pretty good, but yeah, just know that some of these are probably in the harder areas for grind spots. Mountain of Eternal Winter, Jade Starlight Forest. If you're going for a Labresca helmet, that's about it. Ulakita area. I would say if you can grind Dark Seekers, this is the best one. Most silver plus the event things in general. However, if you're trying to go for like the most event pieces, Ezerheat Highlands and Tungred are probably solid. All of these are pretty good spots except for City of the Dead, just across the board. Decent amount of silver and dense spots. And Morning Light, Honglim Base, and Fortunate Golden Fig Cave. I would not recommend grinding normal cave if you can, and just go in here when the event one is open, and then or Honglim Base. That's about it. So those are the spots that I would recommend for all these spots. Those are gonna get you the most silver in each region, and like ultimately, it's probably better to grind it and get the silver and just buy the cups you need. Just it's gonna save you a lot of time. But if you're just trying to get it done, that's cool. All right. So with that said, let me go back into game and show you. Okay, so let's see these things. Where are they? Dude, they need to get rid of some of these old ones, not gonna lie. All right, these jewels, let's talk about them. Which one should you get? It's 2025. We're in the middle of June right now. You should be going, basically crit damage for the ring pieces. So there's two of these, HP and then offensive, like defense, offense. Blue is usually defense, yellow is offense. So crit damage plus 3%, that's huge. Actually, it's significantly better than the HP. If you were to have asked me this, and you could watch my older videos when I talked about this a couple years ago, I had the blue ones just because I thought it was better for PvP. But we're in 2025, everyone is super geared, and you might as well just go more damage. So that's what I would choose. Ultimately, at the end of the day, when you convert to Charizard, it doesn't matter. You're going to have a new one-of-a-kind one for all of your accessories anyway. So, like, depending on how long you hold on to these, it might not even matter. But 3% crit damage is significantly better than flat HP at the current meta. All right, so for the belt pieces, we have plus 3 AP and all damage reduction plus 6. So once again, I would probably pick the 3 AP. It just allows you to clear faster, grind more, and get things done faster. However, I don't think this one is as split as the other one, because like for the ring pieces, you just want crit damage is significant. With that said, plus 3 AP versus plus 6 DR. This one actually I would see a split on. So ultimately I would choose AP, but at the end of the day, if you're like a tankier build or whatever class, I don't think this is a bad option. So either one works. I think I would lean more towards AP though. For earrings, there's only one option, so obviously you're doing this, and if you're going for silver, like you're just grinding, turning these in for silver, just get the one that is not sold out. So let's look at the market right now. This is NA, by the way. All right, so you see how these are all sold out? Just look at the number of orders on it, and then get that one, and then sell that one, the one that has the most orders on it. But aside from that, here are the ones for Charizard. If you're going into that, like if you're at that stage of the game, there are only one option for each of them, and I have them all. So basically, this is what it looks like. They're the same thing. The difference between these is they have both the blue and yellow effect on all of them. So actually, it's not necessarily like that. So for example, this one is 150 HP. This is for your necklace piece. This one is just doubled. This is the cup for the ring. It has HP and crit damage, so it has like both effects combined. So Karazad is the end game item, and you have both of them. So there's no like diversity once you're at Karazad. They're all the same. The belt has both AP and all DR, probably for the best. And then this one has the 3 AP from here on your earrings and 100 stamina, which just a bonus. So ultimately, at the end of the day, once you get to Karazad, you have both effects on all of them, and then your necklace is double stats. So yeah, good luck grinding them. Apparently these are all sold out. I don't really know why, because they used to sit on the market. Even when Karazad was a little bit newer, I saw some sitting on the market. But if you can't get them, now is a good time to grind them. And I'll be doing some grinding. So if there's something you want in particular, just leave it in the comments. Maybe someone will sell it to you, or someone will reach out. And then, yeah, that's about it. So whichever one is the most commonly wanted, and I'll be looking at the market. So like this one has 87 orders, whichever this one, 53. Whichever one has the most orders, I'll probably get that by the end of the event and just start dunking them for silver. So that's about it. Just wanted to give you a PSA of this event, and I think it's actually a good one. So with that said, we are out. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.